Alright, we should be live. I'm going back into the game now. There we go. The game just updated, like maintenance just ended. So we are going to be doing the final part for the Truth and Inference story for Pact in the Secret Tunnel. Oh, there's no title for the ending. Sorry, even though the job was finished, I still drag Mr. Another Pack all over the place with me. Don't worry about it, Lady Truth. Like I said, I'm happy to help however I can. Now that the police are here, it won't be long before they fill in this tunnel. Looks like we won't be able to use this shortcut again. After the job was declared over, Mr. Iridan stayed behind to talk to the police. I have no idea what he said to them. Maybe thanks to his Eulali family connections, he can help the police pin down their crimes more accurately. So, Lady Truth, what did you find out this time? There's still a lot of unanswered questions, but this time I'm just here to find someone and get an answer. Mr. Guilfoyle? Netherpack and I made our way back to the market. Is the answer you're looking for here, Lady Truth? I'm not sure, but if I don't ask, I know I'll never get an answer. I have so many questions swirling in my head. Everyone acts with a motive. The robber hit the bank, but what were they really after? Flint wanted money. Manager was trying to cover up her own crimes. But what about Antimony, the mastermind? What does she want? Or was there something in the vault that drew her in? Flint said he took valuables that were easy to sell, but Antimony left with a small stash of her own. I went over the list. Most of what Miss Antimony took was just paperwork, with only a couple of valuables in the mix. She returned all the high-value items, but some of the documents are still missing. Miss Antimony said paper is easy to lose or damage, so those files might be gone for good. Hey, are you the same one from not yesterday, a few days ago? I swear to God, that's the same ad. Anyways, damn it, where's my Twitch mod? Somebody kill the bot! In the end, the bank had to write it off as loss and ask the original owners to come in and reissue their documents. Among the missing items were bonds and regular documents, but also some important files and confidential letters. What can Antimony want with those? That kind of intel seems more up Mr. Guilfoyle's alley. I spotted Mr. Guilfoyle at the front desk and hurried over. Mr. Guilfoyle! Lady Truth, what can I do for you? I wanted to ask, was it really just 4 people in the crew that robbed Whitlow Bank from start to finish? Only 4 were involved? You've forgotten again. We never sell information that could reveal someone's identity. The suspicion is shot in the dark, but the scattered clues in my mind just won't let me drop it. Then, can you tell me if Miss Antimony used the Panamatic? There's no... whatever. P-E-N is usually a F sound, you know? Fanatic? Phematic? Phematic tubes to send anything today? I can't forget the clue I overlooked at first. The vibration from Antimony's clinic. What was really moving through those humming pipes? Was that Antimony's real goal? And if you trace the system back, it all leads to Mr. Guilfoyle, who controls the whole system. But if she did send something, could you find out exactly what it was and where it went? Mr. Guilfoyle looked up from his papers and gave me a faint smile. That's a question that comes with a price tag. But I'd like to give you a hint. Call it a thank you for cracking the case so quickly. Why thank me? This whole thing didn't involve you directly, did it? Some things are better left untouched. Flint and his crew made too much noise this time, drew too much attention. The underground world doesn't need that kind of spotlight. It belongs in the city's shadow, and shadows are meant for daylight. A single big heist can really stir up that much trouble. That's actually what I wanted to tell you next. As far as I know, Antimony did use the Fanatic system today. As for what she sent, it was probably a few sheets of paper. I knew it. She was after a specific document in the vault. Did she get it? Who did she send it to? Maybe she sent it to your client. Huh? No way. Mr. Iridescent and I have been together almost the whole time. If you said Miss Antimony sent you a message, I'll be more likely to believe that. Sorry, just kidding. You can't afford the rest of the answer right now, so I'll keep it to myself for now. That's fine. I'm sure I can figure it out on my own. If you're set on digging deeper, then that wasn't a joke, Lady Truth. You really need to watch out for your client. If you're good at reading people, didn't you notice your client is hiding a massive lie? You mean Mr. Iridescent? Iridescents and the whole Eulali family, they're dangerous, extremely dangerous. If you want the real truth, you have to be careful with them, or else. Or what? Or you might bring even more trouble down on yourself and your loved ones. Your client moves through the underground like he owns the place, carries special drugs, and knows how to put pressure on people. If a desk worker can do all that without the family backing, then he's no ordinary folk. And if all Eulali desk workers are like that, the family's even scarier than you think. I did sense Mr. Iridescent was hiding something from me, but... Mr. Goldfoil, you're not exactly the helpful type. Why do you keep warning me? Well, let's just say I'm making an investment. I see some interesting possibilities for the future. I doubt you haven't noticed. After all, the Eulali family isn't the type to mess up even a basic gem report. I did some digging on the people who attacked you. They're just hired hands. The mastermind is staying well hidden, but is not Antimony. She happened to be talking with me at the time, discussing a partnership between her group and Hermes. Even though I know Iridescence is lying, I never told anyone. It's his private business. And since it's a lie with no proof, it should be likely to spread. It should be less likely to spread than the truth. So how did Goldfoil find out? Was it Hermes, that underground intel network that seems to know everything, even about the surface world? Goldfoil isn't lying to me. I can feel that, but he's not telling me everything either. It's like he's carefully choosing which truths to share. There are still bigger secrets hiding in the dark. Wait, you must know something you're not telling me, right? Mr. Goldfoil, can't you give me a hint? You must know what Miss Antimony took and who she sent it to. Even just a clue about what was on that paper. That's all I can say. You two should get going. If you really are that curious, why not ask that so-called Mr. Iridescent yourself? So-called. I mean, yeah, I've been calling... Well, I call him Iridescence for the story, but I also call him Gato a lot, because that's his, like, original name. But he's been associated with the main group for, like, years now. He's, like, Luca's partner. But when did he become Eulali? Was that, like, a more recent thing? Actually, the story with Mary, or I guess this is gonna be like the first Truth and Inference series, is now out on like IDV, so we can replay it from what I could tell. And I will do that in a future stream, but I want to get back to Buried Stars, and then I'll get to the other Truth and Inference. But I'll probably like do that for like a marathon at some point. At some point, the guards showed up beside us, ignoring my protest and other packs. He grabbed us both and escorted us out. He marched us straight to the exit, watched us climb out, and made sure we were gone.
Wait, Nether Pact is part of the underground.
Why did I get kicked out too? Sorry about that, Mr. Netherpack. Should we try another way back in?
I'll head back on my own. You still wanted to talk to Mr. Iridescence, right? Lady Truth?
After talking with Goldfoil, there was indeed something I wanted to ask the Iridescence before leaving. That's true. Before I get into that, Mr. Netherpack, do you have a moment to talk? I have a few questions for you.
Of course, Lady Truth. Go ahead.
First question. Earlier, we were in such a rush to recover the gem that I didn't really check in on you. Is everything alright? Are you having trouble adjusting?
Don't worry, Lady Truth. I'm doing just fine here.
Alright, then on to my second question. Can you tell me why you're here? Miss Wei vouched for you. I doubt she sent you to a place like this for no reason, right?
I'm here to look into an old case. Miss Wei found out that the I'm here to look into an old case. Miss Wei found out that a key figure in that case is active around here, and I've agreed to help with the investigation.
This old case, does it have anything to do with Mr. Goldfoil?
What makes you think that, Lady Truth?
Just a hunch. You seem really interested in Mr. Goldfoil and the market he runs, but you're also careful not to let him notice you.
Sharp as always. Miss Wei suspects that Mr. Goldfoil knows something about the case, and he might still be holding crucial evidence. I haven't found any leads yet, and I did notice that Hermes recently started paying a lot of more attention to the Eulali family and their research institution investments. That was right after Miss Antimony arrived. The theft hadn't happened yet, and the Eulali family investigators hadn't gone underground.
Why not just ask Mr. Goldfoil directly? Maybe he wouldn't mind answering.
That would tip him off, as someone's still digging into the old case. Miss Wei doesn't want to give Mr. Goldfoil any more leverage. For example, this time, Mr. Goldfoil is helping you, probably because our actions could benefit him in some bigger way.
I see. Do you mind telling me more? I might be able to help with the research too. I just sent back the Oceanics documents I researched for Mr. Inference. Wait, hang on. No wonder Miss Antimony looks so familiar. I saw her in the news report. She was a passenger on the research vessel.
Lady Truth, what are you talking about? A research vessel?
Oh, it's nothing. I just had to figure something out. Mr. Netherpack, if you ever need any help, please don't hesitate to ask. Here's my address. You can always reach out. I'd be happy to help. Now, I should ask Miss Antimony about... Wait, where did she go? I said goodbye to Mr. Netherpack and looked outside the vault. Only Mr. Iridescence and a few Eulali family members are still there.
Miss Antimony went to point out the location where the rest of the stolen goods are hidden. I sent people with her to mark the spots.
I see. Will that take long? I wanted to talk to her a bit more.
To make sure everyone's story matches, someone from the Eulali family will be with her the whole time. I'm afraid it won't be possible for you to speak with her alone.
Even though the stolen items have been recovered, the Eulali family still doesn't want this incident reported publicly.
That's right. And we'll give you generous compensation. We hope you won't mention this job to anyone.
Mr. Iridescent seems intent on keeping me away from Miss Antimony, or am I just imagining things? Mr. Goldfoil mentioned Miss Antimony delivered a document at the time. When we first found Mr. Flint, Mr. Iridescence did search through the files at his hideout. Mr. Iridescence obviously isn't the one Miss Antimony sent the package to, but is he after that document too? Let's leave Miss Antimony aside for now. Mr. Iridescence, I have a question for you. Is the Eulali family really only interested in getting back the Aurora gem?
Yes, we were only trying to recover Aurora. Okay, on a side note, he's so pretty. I love the blues. Like, blue is such a good color for me. Like, if you're wearing blue, you're just like, at least, You have 5 more points in attractiveness.
He's lying.
Are you still worried about the items that weren't recovered, Lady Truth? The police just finished their inventory. Most of the valuables and artwork have been returned. The main thing missing are bonds and paperwork. And those can be replaced as long as you have the right documents. So it's not a big deal.
Is that so? Then I guess I can relax. Am I lying too?
The job's done. Thank you for your help, Lady Truth. The Yellow family will send your payment to your office tomorrow. Double checking to make sure both chat. Oh wait, I have a YouTube chat and a chat. Okay, that's interesting. Hang on, we're gonna edit this a little bit and we're just gonna get rid of that. Okay, so that's interesting. I just have a YouTube chat, but I can't set up like a Twitch chat. So my multi-chat is my Twitch chat. So if anything ever goes wrong with Twitch, then I straight up cannot see it. Which I don't know if that was consistent before, but you know. Anyways. Wait, what did it say? Also, and that radio. You can keep it if you like. Consider it a souvenir from this case. Also, you might hear rumors about me or the Euleli family from others. Most rumors aren't true, so I hope you'll take them with a grain of salt. As I said, the head of Hermes is the ultimate businessman, always neutral and serving no one but himself. He kicked out our investigators, then personally delivered intel to us and steered the investigation. He's a dangerous man who only acts for profit. Please be careful, Lady Truth. Well, then, I'll be off.
Wait a second. Mr. Iridance, about what you're hiding with this job. Isn't there something else you want to tell me?
Those details aren't related to the case. Knowing more will only complicate things. Even so, do you really want to dig deeper?
I'll decide for myself what's too much trouble. If the root of that trouble is criminal, I'll just ignore it. I'm a detective.
I can't just ignore it. I'm a detective. Fuck. Hang on, let me switch back to Twitch. Ah! Wait. No, wait. Okay, I believe you, but now isn't the time for a detective to get involved. Maybe next time, when we meet again, I'll bring you a real case. Mr. Iridance's turned to leave, his staff crowding around him until I could barely see him anymore. All I could make out was Snow White on his shoulder, waving a fluffy paw at me. I returned to my office alone. Everything looked exactly the same as when I left. Sunlight slanted across my desk, but I didn't feel the usual sense of relief that comes after finishing a job. The radio was still tuned to the underground frequency, broadcasting the distinct joy and sorrows of the stranger straight into my ears. I clutched a badge that was never returned to Mr. Flint, this symbol of honor, and listened to story enthusiasts, detectives' tales to its end. In the story, the clever Frey saw through the villain's plot, uncovered their entire operation, and got rid of the city of his crime syndicate. And me? Maybe tomorrow, some lady will show up at my office, asking me to find her missing pet. It's almost in this almost dreamlike sense of normalcy, I sat and wondered, did I really finish my job?
It feels like everyone's celebrating the case being wrapped up, but I know that that's not the whole story. Maybe my contacts on the street says the Euleli family is still quietly sending out investigators, searching for something. This story isn't over yet. I haven't found all the answers. Just like the vast world hidden beneath the city, in the shadows, there are still secrets lying in wait.
Highly skilled. Always carries a selection of potions. Alright, so I believe that is all. I don't know what I'm gonna use my unlock card. Thank you. I shall let nothing happen to this panda. Alright, so... Oh, I forgot. They have, like... I'm gonna clear out the red dots real quick. Why do I still have a red dot here? What do you want? What do you want from me? So there are like a couple A tiers that I'm kind of interested in, but I don't fully know if I want them, right? Ooh. Weekly entertainment. Oh, I got more comments. It's just a lot of thank yous. Wait, someone commented on this? Oh yeah, I was first place last week for the weekly rankings. I'm third place monthly. I made my map because the one I used before didn't have the solo thing, so you have to keep going in and out to like start it up. And same thing with this one. This one is basically the same thing, and this one is just a more. This one is like, it's just for aesthetic, but you could just run through it really quick and then get to the end and then finish your weekly quest. But because like the solo thing was like offered, I wanted to figure out how to make it so that I could do that. So I created the map just so I could have the solo option and so I could spam it easier. And someone did that like the week prior. And I didn't realize, and I was like, oh shit. Well, it's okay, I got my momentary fame. Alright. So for the most part, I have all the A tiers. All, like, for composer, what? Oh, I think this is because that's tournament related. Is he the only one with that? Oh, first officer and aeroplanist. Okay, that's interesting. So they're, like, standout players in tournaments, I guess. But I have pretty much every skin for composer and journalist right now, and also patient. Okay, so for I have like I think I straight up have all the skins for composer right now. I don't think I'm missing anything. For patient, I'm missing both of his C tiers, and for journalist, I think I'm mostly missing her collaboration stuff, and also some like other skins, which is like her spinel and her. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Twitch is not working. I think that has something to do with like the latency, not the latency, the bit rate. I'm gonna have to adjust that. Thank you for listening. he can't hear me, but thank you. Okay, we're gonna have to adjust that. I don't remember how to do it, but we're gonna fix that. I don't think there's any other skins for composer, so I'm pretty much gonna save it. I think I know. Okay, so I think I know what the issue is. I need to change my bit rate because this has happened before. But I deleted OBS, so I need to redo things. Thank you listening for telling me so I can fix it. Fox it. Shit. But yeah, another thing I was thinking about is using some of my cards to get the skins from the hunters I made, which is Disciple, Sculptor, and Feaster. Shit. Ignore that. But the thing is, for Feaster, I already have an A tier I like for him. And I don't feel like collecting anything else. Like, at most, I would probably want to collect Mr. Korak just so I can match with my friends, because they have, like, the skin from this essence, but I don't have it. But otherwise, I'm, like, happy with the way each of them look right now. I have, the one skin for Anne. I have Gala's Animal Witch. I really like that skin. Like, pretty much aesthetically, I'm happy with all of them. And I don't like the other skins that I can unlock right now. For B tiers, I do not like any of Anne's or Gala's B tiers, really. And Feaster, I don't really care for a lot of his skins. I do like Parasitic Shroud because it matches with my accessory a decent amount because they're both pinkish. But I don't plan on getting. What's it called? Any other skins for them. And for Gallop, the funny thing is, I've had opportunities to get her collection a little bit more filled out because like her Reanimator skin was back relatively recently, just a few months ago. And I was playing during that time, and I remember I had enough echoes, I believe, and I could have gotten it, but I just didn't because I didn't think it was pretty. Same thing with the Koa skin. I mean, the Koa skin kind of grew on me as time went on, but I kind of just like her Animal Witch. I don't know how to describe it. She just looks really pretty and elegant. So I'm gonna just stick with the skins I have right now. Maybe like in the future I would like change things up a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with how they all of them look right now. So I don't plan on filling out their collection, especially since a lot of them had like more limited skins that I'm just never gonna get, and then it just demotivates me. Like Gala has both of her limits out, like limited out right now. So I'm not gonna get a limited skin for her anytime soon. Feaster and not Feaster and Anne, they don't have their second limited yet, but I believe they both have their Logic Path skins, and that also demotivates me because it's like, oh, I'll never get that. And it's like I could fill out the collection a little bit more, but like with with their S tiers, like Anne and Haster, I have no idea if they're ever gonna come back. I mean they will, but it's like when will it come back? And that like also is like I guess the uncertainty is also demotivating. So for me, I would want to just keep these items until hang on, there's like all right. I hope nothing was caught on camera. Okay, but anyways, I try to turn it off before anything was like too obvious or like any like I guess personal information was said. But like man, I I wish I could soundproof things a little bit more. Or at least for OBS to have like the crisp thing that Discord has. I wonder if I could set that up. Maybe I'll do a thing where I actually that's no, I don't think that will work. Yeah, that's not gonna really work out. Okay. Um, but yeah, so I'm pretty much gonna save my skin unlock cards, and that's gonna be the end of the stream. Thank you for listening. I need to fix Twitch so that people on the Twitch side can go join my stream now. Alright, goodbye. See you next time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll